back. It's the Great Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here, as always. Thanks for checking us out. Memorial Day weekend coming up. I'll just tell you now, no show Memorial Day Monday. I think it's the first official day that this show is taken off since we started back in September. Am I right about that?
That is correct.
I think we've done a show every single day.
Since September, every day.
Man, I got to start taking some time off then.
You've taken some time.
I got to start taking some days and days and days off. Right. I got like 9 weeks vacation I haven't taken yet.
Well, take it.
Matter of fact, I just might take June off.
June off?
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking the month of June off now.
I thought you had said July.
I was thinking about July, but my contract is over at the end of June, so I better take it while I can get it.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Red Seed Ventures is like, now why don't you work till June 30th and take July off? I'm like, wait a minute
That
I don't know. Am I getting paid on July 1st? Not quite sure about that. In any event, welcome to the show. Good basketball game last night. Thunder take care of business against the Spurs, 122-113. So that series is now tied at 1. I'm watching that game. It was actually a very entertaining game, other than all the flopping. And it's just like, look, I know they're a great team. I know Shea's a great player. There are times, if you're not a Thunder fan, let me be clear about this. I get why Thunder fans love it. And to everybody else, stop your bitching and whining. Mm-hmm. And I know they're not the only team that does it. And he's obviously not the only guy that does it. He learned from watching LeBron, as you know. Growing up a LeBron fan. Well, that's what LeBron James does, so that's what I'm going to do. Matter of fact, SG has done a lot of interviews that when he born in Canada, as you know, but really grew up here in the States, they said, who did you pattern your flopping after? And he said, well, the greatest flopper of all time. LeBron James.
I have a feeling.
That's why LeBron James, I know he considers himself the GOAT. He's the GOAT, is what he really is. Greatest flopper of all time. GOAT.
GOAT.
Yeah, GOAT. I'm going to make him a crown, a nice T-shirt. GOAT. Greatest flopper of all time. Neither here nor there for today's conversation.
Then why'd you insert it if it's neither here nor there?
I tried to point out that it's like when I see SGA flopping, which he does more than anybody.
More than anybody.
To be fair, well, a lot of guys do it. It's obnoxious at this point because had 30 points last night, man. Like, you don't need to flop. He's a great scorer.
Every time they needed a shot, he got it. Yeah. But he still has to
not just from the line.
From all over,
Obviously, he takes a lot of free throws because he flops so much. Mm-hmm. But the guy can get a shot off anytime he wants. Off the dribble. And I honestly think against anybody, maybe not against Jalen Brunson, but against anybody in the NBA, because we know who the rightful MVP is of this league. And his name is Jalen Arthur Anderson Aloysius Brunson, not SGA, if I may just say that out loud. That being said, I'm watching last night's game with a different set of eyeballs than how you watched last night's game. So you watched last night's game in one of two ways. Either A, maybe you put a couple bucks on it. You figured Thunder going to come back, win and cover against the Spurs after losing game 1. I would understand that.
Didn't bet it, but I did think Thunder's going to win this game.
Yeah, I think everybody did. I thought it was a lock that they would tie it. It just a matter of how much. And then number 2, you obviously watched it through the eyeballs of, man, my Sixers suck. I watched it through a different set of eyeballs, if I may. And the eyeballs I watched it through was, I think it's awesome. I think the back and forth in this series, I think the injuries in this series, I think the tough play in this series is awesome because I'm getting ready for one of these two teams to play against the Knicks in the NBA Finals. And the more these two teams beat each other up, knock each other out, hopefully it goes 7 games. Hopefully there's multiple overtimes in those 7 games. It just lays into my hands as a Knicks fan for the New York Knicks to win their first championship since 1973. That's the eyes that I see last night's game through, unlike you who watched it because either you gambled on it, you love basketball, and it was also a message to you how far away your Sixers are.
No, that's not how I watched it.
That's how most Philadelphians watched it.
No, that's not how we watched it. The way I watched it was I am shocked with how young this Spurs team is and yet how seasoned they already are. And I'm watching with fear, not for the Sixers' sake. I'm watching it with fear for everybody else's sake, okay? I'm the only one that's looking at the right thing. And that's
You're looking at the Spurs?
I'm looking at the Spurs.
But the Thunder aren't that much older.
They're older and
teeny bit, not a lot.
But more importantly, they're getting more expensive. And
yes, they're going to have to make some decisions.
They're going to have to make some decisions.
Although the core's all signed up multi-years now.
Meanwhile, because you're seeing the young guards, Harper got hurt yesterday, absolutely affected the game.
100%. Harper's played great.
Yes.
And he wanted to come back in. They wouldn't let him.
They wouldn't let him. with Fox.
There's actually a funny meme yesterday. So Dylan Harper, great rookie player for the San Antonio Spurs, gets hurt in the game.
Hamstring. Right hamstring.
Yeah, hamstring injury, right?
Yep.
And which is going around, obviously, a lot like OG had. A lot of guys have it, whatever.
Williams went out the game.
Yeah,
and didn't
Jalen
return.
Williams went out too. Yeah, one of the best players on the Thunder. So he goes. Harper goes out. Whatever they do in the locker room, they do, and there's a camera on him, obviously. He comes back out, and a trainer of some type comes up to him as he comes through the tunnel and says, "You're not coming back in. Coach made his decision. We're not going to waste you in game 2. We're going to need you."
And right, we got game 1 too, so we're not desperate.
So Dylan Harper looked rejected. Head goes down. He kind of like, as you'd expect, young kid. I was just told his night's over. There's a funny meme out there, and the meme is this. It's that exact video I just described. But rather than acknowledging that it's a team trainer telling him, "You got to go back to the locker room. You're done for the night. Go take a shower." The headline was, gambling site tells Dylan Harper he's not welcome back in the game.
See, that's a good line. That's
all
a
the
good
money.
line.
Yeah, because those sites obviously had a vested interest in the outcome of that game.
Absolutely.
So, in any event, I thought that was funny, but great game last night. Yeah. And I'm only half joking. I obviously watch all basketball through the eyes as a Knicks fan. I'm totally subjective about that. And the back and forth last night, high-level basketball, by the way, it was like Thunder went up 9, Spurs tied it. Thunder goes up 10, Spurs tied it. Thunder goes up 7, Spurs tie it, and then obviously in the fourth quarter, they had a couple back-to-back good possessions and turnovers and whatnot, and missed shots by the Spurs. So the Thunder walk away with it with the big win by 122-113. But I can't get enough of it, Tyrone, because the longer that series goes, the more rest my Knicks get. And the more rest my Knicks get, the better off they're going to be in what's going to be a battle in the NBA Finals. Last night's Thunder-Spurs game helped the Knicks win game 1 of the NBA Finals.
Well, see, this is what I don't like about what you're doing and what Knicks fans are doing. While I understand you feel great, and you should, you have to take care of your own business first.
Well, that series is over.
Well, hold on.
That's a wrap.
I believe you're going to win the series.
Yeah, it's over.
But what if your series goes 6 or 7?
Not happening.
Yeah, see, that's
if you
where
can't beat the Knicks when the Knicks shoot 10% from behind the arc and get absolutely nothing out of OG Anunoby and get absolutely nothing, essentially, out of 2 or 3 of their other star players and needed a 22-point comeback in the final 7 minutes when they played like crap, shot like crap, and it's their worst playoff game in a month, and you can't walk away with the W there, it's over. It's a wrap.
Well,
you know it's a wrap. They know it's a wrap. Cleveland knows it's a wrap.
Cleveland's been very good at home.
Even my fat friend John Fanta knows it's a wrap.
All right. You're going to win the series.
Thank you.
Probably. But injuries can happen to your team. What you're putting out there is a little too cocky for a Knicks fan. I've been saying this. All the Knicks fans are too cocky relative to Knicks fans.
I want to be clear. I'm not saying we're the best team in the history of basketball.
No. You can't. Wait a minute. You did this morning.
No, I'm saying we're the best team this year.
You went on WABC this morning.
I did.
And you did say that. What did I say? You said, not only did you say Brunson was Michael Jordan,
in the fourth quarter he was.
And you said that this Knicks team is the best Knicks team of your entire life.
Well, I didn't get to see 70 and 73.
You said it's the best.
Yes, I think this Knicks team, if you take 70 and 73 out, because I didn't watch them, I was alive.
You couldn't watch
I didn't watch them. I was 4 years old, right?
You couldn't watch it, right.
So I don't include that team. They're two-time champions. That's the best Knicks team of all time, period, stop. But from 1980, let's say, on, or 1974 and on, this Knicks team, and it's not close, is the best Knicks team we have ever had.
What about 1994?
Better than the Ewing, Charles Oakley, John Starks team. Yes,
they
better than the
finals.
Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony team that won a single playoff series against the Boston Celtics.
That's fine.
Better than all of them. Better than the Bernard King Knicks of the 80s that beat the Pistons in that great 7-game series when Bernard had 50 points. Yes, this right now, for anybody under 50 years old, is the greatest Knicks team they've ever seen. And I'll do you one better. Jalen Brunson's the best Knicks they've ever seen. What? No. I said it, and I stand by it.
Now we have to endure months of manufactured rumors about will he or won't he retire LeBron James. They are probably, Donnie, working on the Decision 2.0 for Amazon Prime as we speak. Is Jim Gray still around? But here is the beauty of the predictive markets. They make insufferable stories about insufferable people highly profitable.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
You can recruit super young talent that may go in the NBA. You can recruit older guys and have them grow up together. But if you want players to stay, either sign them to contracts or treat them well enough where they're going to stay. To me, it's pretty simple. And, you know, a lot of coaches last year had good years and they left skid marks on their schools and nobody said a word.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Mattingly is doing a great job, clearly, right? They're 16-4 since he took over, but we have to remember when Rob Thompson took over for the Phillies and they went 65-46 back in 2022, he finished 5th in NL Manager of the Year that year. So could Mattingly win it? Of course, but he doesn't really have history on his side. I'm still on Don Kelly 15-1 to win Manager of the Year.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
They're trading right now currently at 74 wins on the season, which means the Kalshi marketplace goes by 5-win intervals. 75-plus wins for those Houston Astros. That's a 49% contract to the yes, which a $100 investment pays back $205, Greg. I'm not high on this team. Look, again, 75 wins for the Astros is terrible, but this team might not even look the same as where we stand today by the time we get to that deadline.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
Welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here as well. Crazy story today that every one of my producers missed. Once again, they failed me, which they do on a regular basis, Tyrone, as you know. But I'm actually not surprised that you didn't bring it up because you were hoping against hope that little Craigie over here would not see the story today. And I saw it, and I got you.
What story is that?
So you can hope all you want, Tyrone, that I would not see every story that's out there today, thinking that if I saw it, you know I'd spend a lot of time on it today, and I saw it.
Oh, yeah?
And you're going to have to answer to this one, big fella.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's right. Did you happen to see about an hour ago a press conference with the new head coach of the Cleveland Browns, Todd Monken?
Oh, I did see that.
Oh, is that right? You did see that.
I did see this.
Is that right?
Yes, I did see that.
You did see that.
Yes.
Well, our producers didn't see it.
Well, I have an email that says, well, I don't know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
People don't realize I rarely know what you're going to say.
You never know because you're hoping I don't say it.
But
Todd Monken came out an hour ago.
Yeah.
An hour ago. And said Shedeur Sanders embarrassed himself in the Cleveland Browns OTAs.
No, he did not.
Period. Stop.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I saw what he said. I saw what he said.
He also said Dylan Gabriel embarrassed himself in the OTA. Here's what he said.
He did not say that.
They're running 7-on-7 drills. 7-on-7 drills. There's no blitz. There's no tackling.
Yeah.
7 dudes against 7 dudes, okay?
Yeah.
So it's impossible to throw an interception in a 7-on-7 drill.
That's not true.
Because the quarterback's not being blitzed.
It's not impossible. All quarterbacks play.
Your guy, Shedeur Sanders, and the other guy, so being fair, Dylan Gabriel, both threw interceptions. Deshaun Watson did not. After the practice, your guy, Todd Monken, came out and said, Shedeur Sanders embarrassed himself.
That's not what he said.
Dylan Gabriel embarrassed himself.
That's not what he said.
That's a direct quote.
No, it's not. It's not a direct quote.
Is that right?
Good luck finding it.
I have.
What happened is,
I'm going to give it to you right now.
What actually happened was Deshaun Watson and Shedeur are splitting the first team reps. Yes, that's true. And Dylan Gabriel and them are behind. But truth be told,
this just happened. It happened 20 minutes ago.
I am looking at it. He did not say, quote, embarrass himself. He didn't say
I'm
that.
going to read it to you.
Go ahead,
okay?
Go ahead.
Quote, we threw interceptions in 7-on-7 for God's sake. Who does that? There's no pass rush. Embarrassing. Your guy.
No, it's not my guy.
Your guy.
First of all,
Shedeur Sanders embarrassed himself in 7-on-7 drills, which is why Deshaun Watson is going to be QB1 and why Mary Kay Cabot was right.
Listen, on May 21st, my father's birthday.
What's today's date?
Happy birthday day.
Today?
Yes. Happy birthday,
Happy
Dad.
birthday, Mr. Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Stevie J, happy birthday. Now, I will say this.
Did you get him something?
Yes, he's arrived at his house this morning.
Good.
Yeah, I got it shipped to his house. Got him some things for barbecue.
Nice.
Got him some jerky as well.
Nice.
He likes the jerky.
Okay.
Anyway, now, with that said, as of today, Shedeur Sanders, my guy.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, your guy.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Now he's got to he's got to go through a long summer. And
how do you embarrass yourself in 7-on-7?
He didn't embarrass himself.
Deshaun didn't.
The coach,
your guy did.
No, the coach being upset is good. Okay, you're talking about a young quarterback that has 7 starts versus a seasoned veteran. It's also a new offense. When you throw interceptions because you threw it to the wrong spot, a guy threw out, you threw the ball in. That's how it happens. I'm not overreacting to this.
Here's the next part of the story here. I'm reading out directly from the article, okay? This update from today's OTA comes at a challenging time, especially for Shedeur Sanders. The year 2 quarterback was the favorite to be QB1 for this season. But Watson's resurgence and Shedeur embarrassing himself today has pushed him to the background.
Embarrassing himself is not in this story.
Even Todd Monken is now recognizing that maybe he's got a problem on his hands when it comes to Shedeur, Dillon Gabriel as the options. And the obvious option, which I told you from day one, if he was healthy, based on experience and nothing else, DW is quarterback 1 for the Cleveland Browns. And you can't blame it on racism because Deshaun's black too.
Well, no, I can't blame it on racism. I wouldn't blame it on racism.
I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
But can't be like, oh, the coach has an agenda.
No. It is telling, though, that Gabriel is behind Shedeur. After that idiot coach, Gabriel is clearly behind Shedeur. And all that moronic coach who got another head coaching job, he wouldn't even talk to Shedeur because he loved Dillon Gabriel so much last year. So that part still holds.
I think that's probably some truth to that.
But over the long haul, I don't think you can bet on Deshaun Watson, not because of what he does on the field, because he's a train wreck off the field.
I would tell you he's a train wreck on the field, too, since he got to Cleveland.
But in practice,
I don't kick back against that at all.
But in practice, he's not. He's played a lot more football.
No matter what happens, I want to be clear about it. I want to double down on what Tyrone's saying. And that is, no matter what happens, who embarrasses himself, who doesn't, Deshaun Watson is always going to look better than Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel in 7-on-7s because he's played a lot more professional football than those guys. Matter of fact, he's going to look better than those guys in every non-action setting that the Cleveland Browns have because of the experience he's had.
Right.
The guy was a MVP candidate. I know it's been a long time. I know he's been a disaster both on the field and off the field in Cleveland, and now he had the 2-time Achilles tear. So I'm not surprised that he looks better. I'm surprised, though, that the coach came out and said that your guy embarrassed himself.
He didn't say that, but
because a week ago he said, I commend Shedeur for all the work he's put in.
Right.
He looks like he's in a better place. Apparently not. Apparently he doesn't know which team to throw the football to.
I do like that Monken. Yes, Monken. I do like that Monken is coaching him hard. I do like that.
I like the tough look too. He needs that.
Because you can do whatever you want to the guy in May, as long as you make the right decision sometime in August, because you have to pick a guy and then ride with him. So I like that he's coaching him hard.
I think it's going to go like this. I don't mean this, and it's not me trying to be funny. I think week 1, Cleveland Browns, you're barring something crazy, obviously. I think Deshaun Watson's going to be the starting quarterback. I think Shadeur's going to be number 2. I think at any point, if and when Deshaun Watson craps out and does what he's done since he got to Cleveland a few years ago, I don't think he hesitates to give Shedeur the opportunity. But I do not think Shedeur Sanders, not because Mary Kay Cabot said, I don't care what she said, but I just think Deshaun Watson's going to look better by default.
He will.
I think that if you're a new coach, rookie head coach in Cleveland, you want to win the fan base over. I think the guys in the locker room are going to recognize the difference in practice as well. I think Deshaun Watson will be QB1. I think Shadeur's QB2. I'll not be shocked if Dillon Gabriel gets released. Yeah. He can't play NFL quarterback.
He's too small.
That's a lot.
He's just too small.
Now, maybe one day Shedeur can. Dillon Gabriel's not an NFL quarterback. I think it's a 2-horse race, not 3. But what an embarrassment. to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here. He's having a tough day. You know, the Sixers were eliminated. The Phillies are 500. You did have good news today, by the way. I want to acknowledge this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who put the poll out, and I don't agree with the poll.
USA Today.
Which nobody reads because it doesn't exist anymore.
It does exist.
When's the last time you bought a USA Today?
Bought a USA Today
Yes.
or read a USA
Okay.
Today?
When's the last time you touched a USA Today not on your computer?
Last summer in a hotel.
No, you did not. They don't print them no more.
They had it at a hotel.
What, from 1987?
I saw one at a hotel. They
They don't print USA Todays anymore, do they?
I think they do.
I'm no joke. I don't think they do. I think it's like SI. I just think they have a website. I don't think they have an actual touched paper, ink
You can
anymore.
still buy. They still have
subscriptions?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I don't think that. I'm no joke. I don't think they sell them anymore. In any event, I guess there's USA Today put out a poll, and Philadelphia won the poll as the best NFL city. Yeah.
Yes. To me,
that's according to USA Today, which no longer exists.
It does exist.
Philadelphia, the best NFL city.
It is.
Well, I'm assuming, and it's just me making an assumption. And you know what they say, I don't want to make an ass out of you and me when you assume you do that. But I'm assuming for a moment that the fine folks at the now defunct USA Today did not actually watch what happened in Philadelphia last week when New Yorkers took over your building in your city.
That's basketball.
Aren't they the same people?
No.
You're saying Sixers fans and Eagle fans are a different breed of human being?
They're a different breed of human being.
Is that right?
Just like Knicks fans are a different breed of life form.
Yeah.
Not even human. But
I'm
number
just trying to
one,
figure out, how could Philadelphia be the best NFL city?
They are.
When it's the worst NBA city.
It's not the worst NBA city, but it's not the top.
Oh,
right
I guess
now,
Nashville, Memphis is.
No,
yeah.
I can show love, okay? I am actually impartial. The number one NBA city at this moment is no doubt New York. Absolutely NBA city
Happy
right now.
to be correct on that.
No doubt about it, okay?
10,000 people outside the building.
Right.
Yeah, in the streets.
Right.
No matter what the weather is. Watch it on the Jumbotron. That's what we do. But how could you be the worst basketball town?
They're not the worst.
And be the best football
They're
town?
the best football town because they're the best football town, and it's true. Okay? Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown. 1, 2, 3.
I'm surprised you guys got the counting right.
But when we're playing the Giants and we're playing the Jets, it score a touchdown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That does happen.
We win all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, the fans are very passionate. You can talk about our basketball, and we have been diminished as a basketball
Even Josh
town.
Hart said, you can't consider yourself a real sports town when your building gets taken over by the opposite team's fans. That's what happened in Philadelphia. So Philadelphia has to eat that as a town.
As a basketball town, but not as a football
town. You
That-
don't have
that-
to eat that.
That'll never happen with the Eagles. Never happen
You don't
with
think
the
Giant fans could go there for an NFC championship game and take over your building?
Hell no.
I mean, I don't think it's going to happen this year because I don't think the Giants are going to be very good.
Washington tried just a couple of years ago.
That's right.
And they ended up at a Hard Rock Cafe, and they left the game early because they got their asses
They
kicked.
did get their asses
All right.
kicked.
You can't mess with basketball. I have to defer. I have no choice. Okay? We're down bad right now.
Did USA Today say what about Philadelphia makes it the best NFL city? Like, was there a list of they're best at this, they're number 2 at that, and overall they get a number 1 voting or ranking?
I mean,
I wonder what went into being the number 1 NFL city from a newspaper that no longer exists.
You got to stop.
I used to love USA Today.
$9.99 for the it'll get still delivered to your house.
$10?
Yeah.
For a month? A year?
Yeah, I think it's for a month.
Okay, good. So I can still get the USA Today. Is Rudy Martzke still in there?
I don't know. You're asking me all these hard questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
USA Today used to remind me of Trivial Pursuit, with every section had a different color.
Yeah.
Right. Like sports was orange, and the finance section was green, and the life section was purple, just like the board.
Entertainment is purple now.
Yeah.
Still.
That's what it was in Trivial Pursuit.
Right.
I think they copied that.
I think it was the other way around, but back in the day, as a morning radio guy, pre-internet, you need the USA Today as part of your show prep.
That was show prep. Yes, USA Today was a big deal.
You needed it, especially
for
in the
radio
morning.
guys.
Definitely in the morning you needed it, because by afternoon you would get your local
and
publication.
there's that left side of the paper, the little quick little blurbs, in case you saw something that
They can
turns
grab
out.
you right quick.
But anyway, I want to congratulate you. I know it's been a tough year for you.
Been tough.
Now that you guys got embarrassed by the Knicks fans last week.
That's fair.
And got swept by the Knicks in that series.
That's fair.
And, of course, your Flyers got swept as well. And your Phillies are only a 500 baseball team.
That's fine.
I want to congratulate you.
May.
I want to congratulate you that some Nudnik in the USA Today gave you guys the crown that you so well want, and that is the greatest football city in America. Congratulations.
It's what we deserve. The want, I don't care, but it's true.
It's amazing that a bunch of weirdos that climb grease poles and consider themselves real men, because I thought that was like some type of fetishy porn thing.
It is not.
Are actually considered the best football town in America.
It's the best.
I didn't see that coming. Time to play the award-winning game show. Who's the dumbest person on the planet today? You have three choices, Tyrone.
Okay.
You have door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. Now, here's the deal. We're going to reveal all three doors.
Okay.
But we'll do it in the order you want.
Oh.
So it's a blind pick on your part. I'll give you the three stories, and then you get to decide which of the three is the dumbest of them all, okay?
Okay.
So just out of curiosity, do you want to start with door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3?
I'm going to go with door number 2.
Okay, door number 2. Door number 2 involves New York Giants running back Cam Scatterbo.
Oh.
All right, Cam Scatterbo said the following quote yesterday. All right, I'm going to read it to you word for word, and you can kind of tell me how dumb you think that is, okay?
Yep.
Cam Scatterbo's quote, I had 400 yards on 100 carries last year. When I play all 17 games this year, it's going to be 300 carries for over 2,000 yards. Direct quote, end of quote.
But
So again, now I'm going to just give you the specifics.
Yeah.
Last year, 400 yards, 100 carries.
so easy math, 4 yards a carry.
Bang. This year, he's expecting 300 carries for 2,000 yards.
So at 4 yards a carry,
Yes.
he'd get 1,200 yards.
Solid math, Tyrone. Way to go, buddy.
So that I don't know the other two
On
stories.
the dumb scale,
It's pretty high.
what does that get you?
Out of 1
Do
to
they
10.
teach math at Arizona State?
No, and
They do not.
They do not.
They don't.
No.
Yeah, do
Clearly.
they? I wonder what his class schedule was in college. Because if I could quote the great Goodwill Hunting, my gut is that he had math in between recess and gym.
Yes. Yes. And you're already talking about a guy who's taken how many headshots?
A lot.
Already?
Yeah, that's not going to be a lengthy career, as you know.
Yeah, like
He seems like a great guy to hang with.
he doesn't seem like a bad person.
Obviously, he's a battering ram as a football player, but he's also, and I said this the other day, a few months ago, and he responded to it saying, well, maybe I should just retire then, when I said he is going to be the, Craigie, they try to make me go to rehab.
Oh, Amy Winehouse?
Yeah, he's the Amy Winehouse of the NFL. That's what he's going to be.
Yeah.
Shooting star.
Yeah.
Vroom, in and out.
Yeah.
That's story number one.
Okay, now that's going to rank high. I don't know the other two stories.
Okay.
But whenever there's math involved like that and a guy gets it that wrong, it ranks high for me.
Okay, I agree. His math is off.
Yeah.
All right. Story number two, which story are you picking?
All right, let's go
You
with
have door 1 and door 3 left to you.
Let's go back to door number 1.
Door number 1, okay? You tell me on the stupid scale how stupid this is. The Iowa Fever. Indiana Fever.
Indiana.
The Indiana Fever in a league I've never watched, I never will watch, but I know it exists.
I watch it.
The Indiana Fever announced about an hour before tip-off yesterday that the face of the team, the face of the league, or the should-be face of the team and league, Caitlin Clark, was not playing yesterday for load management reasons. All right? The arena was then half empty. Nobody went to watch them play because they robbed all those fans of watching the one person they want to see play. There's video that's not edited at all. That is video. That is a building that has been sold out every game that Caitlin Clark has played. They decided an hour before the game to hold her back for load management reasons without telling anybody till an hour before tip-off. So essentially, nobody went to the game. How dumb can you be?
All right. This one not as dumb as Scatterboot for this reason. Number one, they had already got the ticket money. So, I mean, you
By
can't.
the way, the WNBA, I mean, they're dying to be the NBA. They're begging to be like the NBA players.
But that's not why.
It's like you guys have accomplished nothing at all. You're irrelevant in the sports world and sports conversation place in this country. And every time you have a chance to maybe hang on to a little extra attention, you embarrass yourselves with stupidity like benching Caitlin Clark. Sorry, go ahead.
Now, Caitlin Clark has two weaknesses. One, her nonstop complaining with the referees that gets her a technical.
She
like
wants to
every
be
game.
an NBA player.
Just nonstop.
Yeah.
And the other part is she's not a particularly durable player. Her team did well in the playoffs last year without her.
She was hurt all year last year.
Hurt a lot.
Yeah.
She's not a physically stout person yet. Maybe she grows into it as she gets older, into her womanhood.
Okay.
Therefore, doing it an hour before Bush
She's eating a
League-
Crustable right there.
Yeah. She is. That's
a
what
load
she is.
management
And she's so happy.
Crustable.
She's so happy to have that,
Wait
too.
a minute. You can't eat a Crustable if you're not playing?
Well, she's eating it.
That's a load management Crustable.
That's something she should have to get ready for the game.
I
for
agree
some
100
calories.
word halftime.
Not for chilling.
You're like, hey, I'm not playing tonight just because. Give me a Crustable.
Yeah, that Sophie Cunningham should have had that. She's playing in the game. All right.
Who's Sophie Cunningham?
She's on the Fever.
Oh, I don't know.
Aaliyah Ball. Yeah, the
Never heard of
blonde.
her. Never heard of her.
Aaliyah Boston from South Carolina, former first overall pick, also played in the game.
Never heard of her.
Anyway.
I've heard of two of them. I've heard of Caitlin Clark
and Paige Beckers.
and Paige Beckers.
And you heard Asia Wilson.
Because she's dating her teammate or something.
Right.
That's how I know her.
Yeah, but you know.
Because I find that to be hot.
Yeah, you know Asia Wilson. You know she's the MVP. She's maybe the greatest women's basketball player to ever live.
She's not Caitlin Clark.
She's a better player. She's
don't
not as
sell
famous.
tickets.
She sells in Vegas. They sell tickets.
Anyhow.
Anyway.
Asia?
Asia. A-apostrophe J-A.
Ajayi. Asia?
She dates Bam Adebayo.
Oh, I know Bam Adebayo. He had that Fugazi 90-point game this past year.
Well, that's his girlfriend.
And he was like, now I proved to everybody I could shoot. No, you can't.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You can't shoot.
But the point is, she's
They're
not.
dating?
Yeah, they've been there.
Oh, that's a power couple right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, they're a good couple.
Yeah, you know the new power couple though, don't you?
No.
Donovan Mitchell and Coco Jones.
Oh, I love that.
That is a power couple.
I love Coco more.
Coco's not a basketball player. Coco's an R&B singer.
Yeah, she does
and
very well.
very, very good.
Yes.
Very, very good.
And attractive.
Trend?
Attractive.
Oh.
Attractive.
You got to be careful sometimes, Tyrone.
Attractive.
I thought you said an trend.
No, I said attractive.
That's what we all heard.
Yeah, that's what you did.
She's a very attractive woman.
Yes.
I agree. Kayla Clark's not.
Anyway, she's fine. And durability's an issue. To load manager smart to do an album for trend.
It's stupid.
She's going to get hurt again.
You're
She's
killing
going
the
to get
golden
hurt
goose
again.
is all you're doing.
She's going to get hurt again. And then that kills her own golden goose.
And then you have door number 3 left.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give it to you.
Yeah.
So let's just recap real quick. The first door you picked was
Cam Scatterboo.
Cam Scatterboo not doing rudimentary third grade math.
Yes.
The second door you picked was the Fever benching the league's best player and face of the league and having an empty building because of it. The final door for you, Tyrone, we have to go to LSU. LSU has rehired Ed Orgeron to be an assistant and an advisor.
That's right.
And there he is right there with Lane Kiffin.
And this dude can coach an offensive line as well.
By the way, he was a very successful coach. He
And
also
can recruit.
tries to have sex with anything with a pulse.
Yeah.
As the story goes. Matter of fact, I've seen the video of him at a gas station. And I swear to you, this video exists.
Yeah.
And there's a woman gets out of her car, and she's noticeably like third trimester pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay, noticeably third trimester pregnant. Ed Orgeron propositions her for a night of lovemaking.
Well, he knows he's not going to get her pregnant. She's already pregnant. She's going to get double pregnant. Okay? He's not going to get double pregnant. I think it's kind of smart. Okay? Hey, I got my blood test. We can just go ahead and handle this. Okay? You're not going to get double pregnant.
He was the head coach at LSU,
Yeah.
trying to bang a pregnant woman.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I got to tell you, I don't know if he's a good guy or not a good guy. I don't know enough about him.
People love him.
But I love that guy.
People love him.
That guy is awesome for what we do for a living.
Yes.
And he's probably a great guy to have a beer with. But, man, his shame has, just no bounds whatsoever.
And we've seen Lane's activity on social media.
Yes.
You talk
Now,
about some
he's back.
hounds.
He's back with his wife now.
For now.
Because he stopped drinking.
Yeah.
And Lane admitted he had a drinking problem. And when he was drinking, he was cheating.
Just going crazy on her. Just going crazy.
So I guess he doesn't drink anymore. And now they got you back together. They're remarried.
Oh, good.
And the family's back together. But so of those three, which is the dumbest of those three? Ed Orgeron being rehired, Cam Scatterboo's lousy math, or the WNBA screwing the Golden Goose?
I got to go with your boy, Cam Scatterboo, for the dumbest of the three.
All right, there you go. Cam Scatterboo, you're the dumbest one of the week. Nice job. Congratulations. We'll send you a plaque misspelled.
Now we have to endure months of manufactured rumors about will he or won't he retire LeBron James. They are probably, Donnie, working on the Decision 2.0 for Amazon Prime as we speak. Is Jim Gray still around? But here is the beauty of the predictive markets. They make insufferable stories about insufferable people highly profitable.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
You can recruit super young talent that may go in the NBA. You can recruit older guys and have them grow up together. But if you want players to stay, either sign them to contracts or treat them well enough where they're going to stay. To me, it's pretty simple. And, a lot of coaches last year had good years and they left skid marks on their schools and nobody said a word.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Great job, clearly, right? They're 16-4 since he took over, but we have to remember when Rob Thompson took over for the Phillies and they went 65-46 back in 2022, he finished 5th in NL Manager of the Year that year. So could Mattingly win it? Of course, but he doesn't really have history on his side. I'm still on Don Kelly 15-1 to win Manager of the Year.
They're trading right now currently at 74 wins on the season, which means the Kalshi marketplace goes by 5-win intervals. 75-plus wins for those Houston Astros. That's a 49% contract to the yes, which a $100 investment pays back $205, Greg. I'm not high on this team. Look, again, 75 wins for the Astros is terrible, but this team might not even look the same as where we stand today by the time we get to that deadline.
Pro Baseball Today, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Can I show you a quick photograph that I'm having a tough time with, Tyrone?
Of course.
So I get that, athletes today, men and women alike, like to show off their style. I get it. Mm-hmm. You make a lot of money. You can afford nice threads. I understand wanting to kind of look sharp, right? Like, we try to do the same.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't, but you guys all do.
I do.
When you guys go out,
Yeah.
I'm a hoodie and jeans guy. I make no apologies for that. I don't put on a blazer ever. I never will. I never will. I never will. I never will. Outside of a funeral, and even then I don't want to. But I appreciate the fact that, you've got some dough, you've got some style, you want to show it off. Matter of fact, I once had a jewelry deal with Russell Westbrook. I used to produce small little charms that were 3D replicas of famous sneakers.
Oh, I like that.
Right? Yeah. So I have the original Jordans, and we had a deal for a minute with Russell Westbrook. We recreated the Westbrook Zeros.
Oh, I like
and
that.
It's literally about maybe an inch by half an inch, and you'd wear it around your neck on a chain, or some guys made cufflinks out of it. But I had to deal with Russell Westbrook, okay?
Yeah, if anybody has Jordan 3s or 4s, I have a credit card. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, great. So there you go.
Yeah.
So we were the only guys to produce them.
Mm-hmm.
Had a meeting with Michael Jordan. We tried to do with a deal with the Jordan brand, and Michael Jordan gave me great advice, actually. He said, look, as much as I love them, I know people are kind of making them on the black market, that it'll never put a dent in my sales for the Jordan brand. Like, it's an irrelevant, it's like a pebble in the ocean.
Right.
He goes, so good luck with it, but I'm not going to partner with you on it. Yeah. And I said to him, well, will you allow me to make them without your permission or getting anything out of it? And no joke, he said, no. But good luck with all the other ones. He said, but I'm going to give you a piece of advice. And this is like back in 2016, 2017, all right? And I said, yeah, I'll take any advice I can get from you, Michael Jordan, right? Successful businessman, greatest basketball player of all time. And he said, what's your next meeting to try to do a brand deal to sell these? And I said, we have a meeting lined up in Beaverton in Oregon with Nike, because we want to do a deal with the Nike across the board. So any new Nike shoe comes out, we make the jewelry, the pendant, the charm, whatever you want to call it, in partnership with Nike. He said, cancel the meeting. And I said, why would I cancel the meeting? It's Nike.
Right.
He goes, because if you walk in that door and they haven't signed an NDA and they won't sign an NDA, they're going to tell you it's a great idea. They're going to tell you we'd love to consider a partnership with you. And as soon as you walk out the door, they're going to start making them.
Steal the idea.
And now you're out of business.
Yep.
Because you need Nike if you're going to do this officially. And I was like, well, great advice. And we canceled the meeting with Nike. The business never took off. We made a couple one-offs to do deals like with Russell Westbrook. So real quick, I'll just tell you the story since I'm on it. So I send Russell Westbrook the Westbrook Zeros, they were called at the time. It was like a white-on-white sneaker, okay? This is, again, 2016, 2017. So we send him the charm. It was like a $20,000 charm. The diamonds were real in it, okay? And he rocked it after a couple games. There's actually pictures of him. Remember when Russell Westbrook used to show up for games and, like bare-chested?
Yeah.
He'd have like the Village People vest on.
Yep.
And nothing else. So you could always see what kind of necklace or
Whatever
jewelry
chain
he was wearing.
yeah.
So a couple times after the game to promote it, he rocked it. And we started getting a lot of calls from other players who want us to recreate their signature sneaker in the form of jewelry, right? And then the deal went south. We never wound up actually producing anything with Russell Westbrook. So I tell him I want the jewelry back. That wasn't a gift.
Right.
That was a sample of what we're going to do. And for a month, he refused to send it back. And I'm like, look, it's a $20,000 piece of jewelry. Either pay me or send it back, one or the other. But you can't choose both.
It's like people on red carpet. That usually the jewelry they wear on red carpets is it's a situation similar to this.
Yes.
It's borrowed jewelry.
Yes. So he then decides to ghost me. So I go, okay, two could play that game. I sent him an invoice.
Wow.
All right.
Send him a bill.
I sent him a bill for $20,000, which was the value of the diamonds that were in the shoe. All right. 48 hours later.
You got it back?
I got it back.
I ain't paying for it. I ain't paying for it.
And part of me was like, I cut it, the 20 grand would be nice.
Yeah, just give me the money.
Right, but I don't care. I'll take the shoe. I can sell the shoe.
Right.
Because it's worth the diamonds, worth 20 grand. So that deal ended, and I've not talked to Russell Westbrook or his people ever since that deal went south.
Wow.
Why did I bring that deal up?
Wow.
Because I saw a video yesterday of a well-known NBA player entering the arena before last night's Thunder Spurs game. I'm going to show it to you without commentary. When you feel like the words come to you to describe it, I'd like you to use those words and describe it, okay? Play the video. Okay? Oh, just a picture? All right.
The hell?
That's Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
Just so you know where it is.
So he's at the pool. At the health club. He's at the pool. This isn't for a damn game.
That's how he showed up. Again, I'm not Mr. Style. I own that. I'm a hoodie, hat on backwards, jeans, Jordan 3 guy. Right? That's what I rock almost every day. So I'm not saying that my style's better than anybody else's. But someone's got to help me out with every aspect of what this clown is wearing.
That's an undershirt, first of all. The beater is the undershirt. It's supposed to be
By the way,
under.
I wear that right now.
Yeah, I have one on.
Every day.
Underneath.
I've got a wife beater
That's what I'm saying. Underneath. Under. That's not a main shirt.
Correct.
And I mean, he's at the pool. Then he looks like he's got swim trunks on, those shorts. He's got the man bag, which all is important things because those shorts don't have pockets. So he's got to put his keys and wallet and stuff somewhere.
Okay, man purse.
And then the flip-flops.
Again, and I'm a flip-flop guy.
But flip-flops to go to a game when you're a 7-footer.
Yeah.
Put on some damn shoes.
And I'm sorry to say this, but when you dress like that, if you, let's just say you were going to the pool, you know who's sitting next to you?
Go ahead. Who's sitting next to you?
A guy named Steve.
All right. Also, he also has the dirty cop sunglasses on.
Yes, he
Every
does.
cop that wears those is a dirty cop.
I agree.
Okay, those aren't the Oakleys.
It's like, hey, Steve, are we meeting by the jacuzzi like normal? And what's in the man purse?
I would give him the benefit of the doubt if he was over some girl's house he wasn't supposed to be. Last second, her husband came home and he had to run out.
Or if he's dating a super hot Victoria's Secret model who's European, and she's like, baby, I want you to wear the pink one. Okay? Like I said, JJ's only got one loss. Diana Rossini. Sorry. That's first loss vagina ever suffered in the history of vagina. That's the only other reason for a grown man to go to work dressed like that.
Come on, Chet.
Right?
It's a good thing you won because they'd blame this outfit if they had lost.
Like,
they would blame
and
that.
I'm down with styles that I don't get, but come on, man.
That's not style.
Like, you're trying too hard. I hope Steve likes it. that song, Tyrone. I can't get enough of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Inga Rose, I think, is her name. I celebrate me. Oh, we're back on. Hey, good news, everybody.
Yeah.
I found the person who sat next to Chet Holmgren at the
you did?
pool. Yeah.
All right.
Just show Chet Holmgren again real quick, guys, so you know what we're talking about. Here's how Chet Holmgren showed up for last night's Spurs Thunder game. Tyrone thought maybe he was going to the jacuzzi to meet a buddy or a gal pal before the game, get some treatment, you know.
That'd be normal.
Get the hammies rubbed out, you know, get the quads all loosened up, get them firing nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I found the video of the person that he meets, I guess, pregame before the game 2 last night. You want to see it?
I'm dying to see it.
Here's Steve. This is Chet Holmgren's.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Oh, looks like
on.
AOC.
Now, come on.
I didn't know AOC had hairy legs.
That's horrible.
There you go. So
That's not just bad culturally.
let me ask you a
bad,
question.
period.
You say no to that?
Hell yeah, I'm saying no to that. You can't say yes to that. Why are you saying yes to that?
You know full well. Shut your mouth.
Well, so I'm saying the worst part is
that?
the face doesn't match.
No, she's cute,
But
but she looks like AOC, doesn't she?
I don't know AOC's hairs look like.
You know who AOC is.
Her hair
Looks just like her.
facially.
Matter of fact, that might be her.
That's not
Now
AOC.
it all makes sense. Why are you so angry all the time?
Don't you dare do that. Don't you dare do that. Don't you dare do that.
Makes
All right?
sense, though.
That's some dude named Harold at the bottom. Harold. And then you got her up top.
Yeah.
That's the worst nightmare because in the wintertime,
That's not the worst nightmare.
that's the worst nightmare.
Can I give you one better?
Okay, because that,
1996.
Oh, boy.
I'm in Philadelphia. I'm traveling with and covering the Philadelphia Eagles football team, as you know.
yeah.
Okay? Eagles have a home game, random Sunday. Most of the guys back then lived in the Cherry Hill, New Jersey area.
Yep.
Okay, they all there's a very nice condo development. A lot of the guys that hadn't made huge money yet all kind of lived in this one development. So there's one particular bar, I forget the name of it, in Cherry Hill near the Cherry Hill Mall. That a lot of guys on Sunday nights, it was almost like a Fridays, but not a Fridays.
Yeah.
That makes sense to you, like a Houston's, but not Houston's, right? And guys would go there after the game.
It wasn't the Ribbit, was it?
If you said it, I might not even remember it. But it was that kind of joint,
Yeah.
right? So, and they'd play music on Sunday nights, and you know, get your groove on and dance, whatever. And a lot of the nice-looking ladies would go there because they knew the Eagles went there after games. So there's this one particular Eagle who will go unnamed, who starts vibing with an attractive gal, meets her at the bar, and then they're playing, some dance music, and he's dancing with her on the dance floor, and then they put on like some Keith Sweat and some, some Johnny Gill.
That way you slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down a bit.
To seal the deal.
So, unfortunately for the guy, the girl he was dancing with was not a girl.
Oh.
Okay? So as he started slow dancing with her, a couple of the other guys that had enough, they're laughing at him. They're like, we got to save our brother, our teammate, from what's about to happen here. So one of the guys taps him on the shoulder. He's like, man, get off me. You're just jealous that I'm getting one tonight. You're not. I'm like, come on, man. Don't do this. You're playing yourself, right? On and on and on. So eventually the guy skips out of the bar with the girl who's not a girl, okay? And everybody hops in their car to follow him back to the condo because they know it's about to happen.
Oh, boy.
So the guy gets back to his condo, goes inside. There's a caravan of cars, all Eagle players, that follow him back to the condo site, get out of their cars, and stand on what amounts to the front lawn of this condo. And they got like a watch on them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, bring. It gets to 0. And they're like, it's going to happen in a second. All of a sudden, the girl who is not a girl comes sprinting out of the house, holding her shoes, holding her wig, whatever it is. And the player comes running after her with a baseball bat. Because obviously they were getting intimate, and then he found Mr. Winky.
Yeah. All right. Now that's the nightmare. That's the nightmare.
That's the nightmare.
That's the nightmare. I'm looking
That's
at
second place.
I'm looking at that roster. I'm pretty cool with this. Who was the starting left tackle on that roster? Barrett Brooks.
I'm not saying anything.
No. I'm going to guess off the air because now I have a guess of who that was.
I'll never tell.
Okay, that's the second nightmare then to see that much hair on a woman.
Yes. All right, final thing before we go today. Breaking news from Major League Baseball. I don't quite understand it yet, but I applaud leagues trying to take chances to do something new, especially on their All-Star weekend. MLB just announced a 3-on-3 baseball tournament with former players.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what it is yet, but I applaud MLB for trying to be creative and putting a little juice into All-Star Weekend.
I agree.
I don't even know what it is.
The first 3 announced will be Ryan Howard, Jimmy Rollins, and Shane Victorino playing on the Phillies team. That's the first 3 announced.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know how they're doing it or what they're doing, but the fact that they're trying something, good job, Rob Manfred. We may or may not see you tomorrow.